You are a manager and a great one. So please, stay here with me and be my partner.
Oh my God, I'm so sorry. I thought you were a man. They're gay.
What? I am a man.
But you said partner.
Leave us alone!
The Emmy Award-winning comedy series Hacks is back for its 4th season. My favorite show, Dana's favorite show, your favorite show. It follows Jean Smart's character, comedian Deborah Vance, who is hosting a late-night show. She must navigate working with her head writer, Ava Daniels, played by Hannah Einbinder. Paul W. Downs, who co-created the series, plays their talent manager, Jimmy. In this clip from the new season, we see Jimmy play mediator between the two of them.
Hey, how are you? Smile. People are starting to stare, so smile. Laugh. Oh, Deborah. No, both of you listen to me. This is how this is gonna go. You're gonna stay out of each other's way. You're gonna keep your hands to yourself. You're gonna keep your panties to yourself. All right? I will be the intermediary, even though I said I'd never do that again after my parents' divorce because it almost destroyed me. But I'm gonna do it for you. And this show's gonna be a big success.
3-time Emmy Award winner Paul W. Downs joins us now. Welcome, Paul.
Thank you.
So you created this idea with others, with your partner, your wife, Lucia.
Yeah.
You are a co-writer as well. I mean, where do you come up with this stuff? I am just giggling the entire time I'm watching this show.
Thank you. You know, a lot of it's ripped from the headlines. We really mine our own life. I mean, it's about a comedy writer, so they say write what you know, and that's what we know.
Okay.
You know?
I was just gonna say, but it gets better every season.
Yeah.
I mean,
you.
each season, and same, I've watched 2 from the first, I rationed it. How do you keep topping yourself with new ideas and staying relevant like that?
You know, we had a long time to think about it before we pitched the show, so we kind of mapped out the major tent poles. So I think because we know where we're going, we actually pitched the last scene of the last episode when we pitched the show.
Oh, wow.
That's really helped be our North Star. You know, it's helped us figure out what to do, but we have a great writer's room of really talented people that help us figure out all the twists and turns and crazy stuff they go through.
Let's talk about your assistant in the show,
Please.
Kyla. Because she is just the worst. Every time she opens her mouth, I'm just like, please don't ruin this.
You
for
say
everyone.
Kayla's the worst, I'm like, she's the best.
No, oh my gosh. How much of that is scripted? How much of it is improv? Because she's a riot.
Yeah, I mean, Meg Stalter, who plays Kayla, is absolutely brilliant. She is a live wire. And we actually, I think she and I improvise the most in the show. Though I'd say 90% of it is really scripted. You know, we veer a little bit, but a lot of it is on the page. But it's really fun to keep up with her.
Are you guys having conversations in the writer's room that are similar to the conversations your characters are having? Like, is this joke too much? Because you guys really, you go there.
Yeah.
Absolutely. We're constantly asking ourselves, will we get away with this?
Do you ever have to dial it back?
Oh, all the time.
Yeah.
All the time, yeah. And also, I mean, that process continues on set, in the edit. We're always sort of like rounding the edges and making sure it's perfect.
Do you all, and it's always such an interesting thing when you're in the series also, you're not just writing, but you also have such talented actors around you as well.
Yeah.
Is there a lot of improvising? Once it gets out there, is it, Jean says, let me try this, let me go that way
I mean,
too?
We come from both Lucia and Jen Statsky, our co-creator, and myself come from doing improv. You know, we started at the Upright Citizens Brigade here in New York, so we really encourage actors to make it their own and to do what they want with it, though. You know, Jean Smart comes from theater, and so she's very devoted to the text. You know, she doesn't really veer that much. I mean, she does different things every take, and she gives you so much variety. But, I think for the most part, people stick to it. It depends on the scene and the actor.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. And we're talking about your wife. You guys, this was your baby until you had a baby.
Yeah.
Which is harder, I think, like being in charge of all of this or being in charge at home?
Wow, they're really similar. It's really similar, yeah, because you care so much about the show, you care so much about your child. Obviously, our child is a living, breathing human thing, so we love our child more, but like shepherding it, putting it out into the world, like trusting other people with it, what I mean? There's a lot of similarities.
Is it true that your wife went into labor while you were filming?
She did. Yeah, she went into labor, and she was directing that day, and I also had to direct and act that day, and I was like, okay, well, let's go. And she was like, no, it's gonna be a while. You labor for a long time. You go to work. And I was like, me go to what?
Wow.
So I went to work, and she directed from, basically virtually. She directed over the phone.
From the
While she
hospital
was in
or
at home,
labor?
she was laboring at home, so between contractions. But I tell you what, there was no second guessing a note. Everybody,
Don't mess
What
with
she
her.
says.
Yeah, don't
everybody
mess with
said,
her.
okay. She was like, got it, we're gonna go. And I actually had to be really nervous that day in the scene, and so I'm not really
Worked
acting.
for you? Yeah.
And I bet that was your best episode.
You know what? It wasn't even. It was not even.
Really?
I was really
Little distracted.
I was looking nuts.
I'm
Yeah.
sure.
Yeah. Yeah.
Thank you so much, Paul, for being here. We love Hacks. You can catch the latest season. Hacks is streaming on Max with new episodes released every Thursday.